The 2022 Jeep Compass, a redesigned version of a classic and tried and true vehicle. Let's jump in and talk about this one. In today's video, I want to talk about the 2022 Jeep Compass because I feel like this thing holds a really good spot in Jeep's lineup. This is a all-new redesigned body style Compass. Now, the one behind me here is a 2022 limited in the red edition. The red edition gives proceeds from the sale of each vehicle from Jeep Corporation to charities and other organizations that are in need and helping out other individuals who are less fortunate. But we're going to start right at the front, talk about some of the redesign, but perhaps the coolest part of the new 2022 Compass is in the interior. I'm super excited to show you guys what this has to offer inside there. So let's jump right into it and talk about this new vehicle. Now, what's neat about this edition is this, just looking up on the front end here, being that this is a redesigned model of a classic, you can see that they've really given homage back to that 7-slot grille going right across the front and underneath that charcoal coloring on the Jeep lettering that's flowed throughout this red edition vehicle. You can see the 7 slots charcoal once again rolling around there, and then that color matched red line paint job going on the fascia here as well as the lower bumper. What's neat about this edition too, it does have the blacked out LED daytime running headlights, so you're going to get one of those on each side as well as your nice fog lights tucked right underneath this gloss black trim piece. We do of course have our Susquauto plate up front, and then if you option these correctly, you'll actually have a radar speed sensor up front as well as part of your 360-degree camera. You'll notice a camera right on the front end of this one. This particular model does not have that, but it is optional, and what that'll do is help you with cyclist and pedestrian cross path detection. What's neat about this is that Jeep designed this in the mindset that people are going to be driving these in the city, and I know many of you watching this probably have a city job, maybe you live in the country, but there's going to be times where people and animals and objects fly out in front of you. So on the side of this Compass, you will know that the extruded fender flares do flow right into the lower body lines. We have once again a charcoal finish down below there, and overall a little bit more aggressive when it comes to the actual styling on the side of the doors. But looking at the side, not much has changed from the previous generation. There is a little bit more body styling, and you can see those cues as they follow throughout the bottom and lead back into that rear. Once again, your 19-inch charcoal style wheel. I love that color mixed with the red. I think it looks really classy. Plus, it just matches the entire style of this vehicle. I'm a big fan of blackout and night edition packages, so to have that on here really cleans it up and makes this look, dare I say, more modern than the previous generation Compasses and especially the original gens. Nothing against you guys if you have one, but if you're looking to make an upgrade, this is the way to do it. So looking at the back end of the Compass, once again, they did refresh this, and the biggest part that they did was that lower bumper piece that wraps around the bottom. You can see we've got reflectors down here to maintain our legality in the United States, as well as a tow hook cap that just covers this section to make sure you're not seeing that tow hook all the time. Another thing that you will see with this Compass are our rear parking sensors. That's going to help you when you're going in reverse. And the cool thing is that this actually comes with a very large screen, and the camera on the back is one of the clearest I've seen. So when you're backing up, you're going to have no issues being able to see where you're going. With that being said, let's go ahead and pop this open. And another nice thing, I didn't mention it, there's a lot of features on this Compass, including automated entry into the back. I believe all you do is wave your foot under and it'll automatically open and you get it to close in case you're carrying all those groceries in from Giant and you just can't grab that handle on there. But looking at the back, we've got a ton of room. I'm even gonna lower these seats down so we can just check out how much we can fit in here. So we've got an absolute ton of room in the back here, a lot more than I was anticipating. Part of that comes with the addition, or dare I say removal, of the rear spare tire. When you actually pop this up and look underneath this section, what you're going to get for a spare tire or in replacement thereof is going to be an air inflator. Now what that'll do if you're in a bind, in a situation where your tires go flat, or at least one of them does, you've got a compressor back here as well as your gas fill nozzle in case you break down on the side of the road and don't have enough fuel. We'll go ahead and close that up, and what I'm going to do is fold down these seats and show you how much room you do have when we lay them down, because I was actually thoroughly impressed just how much you do. So while these do not fold all the way flat down, you can see there is about, I would say, 4 or 5 inch of a rise here. You'll easily be able to fit a lot of your outdoor off-roading gear in the back of here in case you want to go on an adventure or a long weekend down at the beach. I can imagine a bunch of coolers, all your bags and everything still fitting back here. And heck, if you have 3 passengers, just lift this one up and leave all this down to really get a good amount of storage in the back seat here. Overall, I'm pretty impressed by this. Honestly, there is a decent amount of room, a lot more than I was expecting, and even some little cubbies with lights so you can easily grab all your goodies in the back in the dark. So looking at the back seat, this Compass does seat 5. Traditionally, they all sat 5, and I will say that I do like the seating configuration in these. You get a decent amount of recline and easily be able to stay nice and comfortable in these Napa leather trim seats that come equipped standard on the red edition. Now on the Sports and some of the lower packages, including the Latitude, you can get cloth seats, as well as a couple different options when it comes to leather color and the actual trim stitching. On the center, you will have this drop-down cup holder, which carries 2 cups in there, so if you've got 4 passengers, they can easily throw their coffee or whatever beverage they're drinking in the morning. Now, on these rear seats, another thing you're gonna find, which this one does not have equipped with, is you can actually option these to have rear heated seats. Cool thing with that is common on a lot of the higher end models, such as the Grand Cherokee and the new Wagoneer. And honestly, I wasn't expecting it on a Compass like this for such a great price point. But being able to have rear heated seats, and this one, they all come standard with rear HVAC and systems, so you can easily allow your rear passengers to ride back here in comfort by adjusting that all on that big screen up front. We're gonna cut right to the chase on the front end. Most of the time when you're driving here, the biggest concern you have, the infotainment you have, and the ability to easily access and get a lot of cool features from your screen. Just looking at the center stack, this one comes optional with the 10.1-inch Uconnect screen. As you can see, the 10.1-inch is measured the same way as a television from corner to corner, and this is an extremely responsive system that has wireless Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto, and the ability to change all of your settings right internally here. You can see in the home, we have our radio displaying here, Sirius XM, and the ability right up in the top left to turn on and off our heated seats as well as adjust our climate. Down below, you do have all of your analog controls for all of your heating and cooling systems. We've got both max defrost, rear defrost, screen off, and all of our settings down here, including our tactile volume controls, as well as our tune control here. I'm a big fan of having that, and if you guys are coming from an older vehicle, you know that when you're driving along and want to turn up a tune that you want to hear, it's nice to just grab the tactile knob rather than go in here and try and click it on the screen. Rolling right into our steering wheel, you can see, as in most Jeep branded vehicles, they have updated the steering wheel. My wife personally has a Grand Cherokee L, and this steering wheel almost looks identical to hers with just a different color stitching around this perimeter. I really like the way that these steering wheels feel. They feel very aggressive, plus the D10s here for your thumb give you the ability to really grip if you are going down some country roads and want to hit a corner a little bit fast. Now onto our cluster, we have the standard analog exterior features, including your RPM tachometer, as well as your speedometer on the right side. In the center, it is all digital, and all you have to do to change that is simply go on the up and down arrows, and then you can select what you'd like. This does have an optional 10.25 fully digital display that we've seen common in the Grand Cherokee L and Grand Wagoneer, but overall a very, very modernized interior that you can almost see throughout the dash. This is way different than any of your other Compasses. We've almost got a 4-layer design, including leather here, leather up top, a nice brushed finish, and then even chrome to really finish it off. So as I mentioned before, if you guys are interested in ordering yourself a brand new Compass, or by checking out some of these that we have in current stock, we're giving great prices on these, including below MSRP for all factory orders. Now that includes the Compass as well as all of our other nameplates and even our Ford store down in Quarryville, PA. And don't worry, if you guys aren't local, we sell to all states all over the country and can easily help you out arranging a couple different things when it comes to buying a vehicle from us. We're extremely transparent in all of our vehicle sales and give you an experience that you're not going to find anywhere else. Now until next time, I'm Matt from Susquehanna Automotive. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.